What's up, it's Autostream, and welcome to another exciting video. Let's start the show. All right, and we are back with the big black river behind me. Now you can see the water, it's not exactly clear, it's not that inviting for swimming, but it's not for swimming, it's for farming. What you're looking at is the minerals. Why is that important? Well, this is my doctor, Dr. Wallach, and he wrote this book, Dead Doctors Don't Lie. And in it, he says that all diseases, assuming you do not have a bacterial infection, are caused by nutritional deficiencies. And he may have a point. All right, so we've got the big black river here. This starts out as creeks and streams all the way up in Tennessee. And it flows over rocks and granite, and it pulls the minerals from that into the water. And Dr. Wallach says we need 60 minerals to be healthy. We have to have even some just in trace elements. We have to have them all if we want to stay healthy.
Plants cannot manufacture minerals, and we need 60 essential minerals every day to prevent disease and death. Plants only have minerals in them based on whatever minerals are in the soil. And that's why we're in trouble in America, because for the last 100 years, and I know I did on our farm, and I'm assuming most people do on their farm, we used a very simple fertilizer called NPK, because back then for 25 bucks an acre, it would give us the maximum yield in terms of tons and bushels per acre, and nobody paid us a cash incentive or gave us a tax incentive to make sure we had 60 minerals in the soil and therefore in our food plants. We were taught to grow tons and bushels, and we did a darn good job at it, and that's why we got paid. It only takes 5 to 10 years to deplete the essential minerals out of our soils, and if you irrigate, it goes faster than that. And for 100 years, we've been using NPK. Now, one of the things I want you to pick up, if you haven't already done that, is a free summary, when you leave tonight, is a free summary of U.S. Senate Document 264. U.S. Senate Document 264 says there's no more nutritional minerals left in our farm and range soils, and as a result, the crops that are grown there are minerally deficient. And as a result of that, the animals and people who eat these minerally deficient crops get mineral deficiency diseases, and the only way to prevent and cure them is with mineral supplements. Now, the scary thing to me about U.S. Senate Document 264 is it was written and published by the U.S. Senate in 1936. 59 years ago, this information was known. Did anybody ever give it to you before? No. And that's the time at which in agriculture we started putting vitamins and minerals and trace minerals into animal feeds, 1936. And humans, unfortunately for us, we got wonder drugs. This is when we got penicillin, sulfa drugs, and prednisone. Doctors said, we don't need to know about that nutrition stuff. People get sick. We give them some wonder drugs and cure them. U.S. Senate Document 264. Now this one here you should pay attention to. This is kind of an overlay map of the continental United States, and this shows you how much selenium is in the soil in various areas or regions of the country. The black areas have absolutely no selenium in it. The dark gray areas probably don't. It's kind of a maybe, maybe not. So if you eat food out of your own garden, or you go to a farmer's market and get very fresh fruits and vegetables or grains and whatnot, I still dew on it from the field. In Idaho, are you getting any selenium? No. Farmers know they better give selenium to their sheep and their horses and their pigs and cows. Otherwise, you get white muscle disease or stiff lamb disease or mulberry heart disease. Why do we do that for our livestock and we don't take care of ourselves?
Unfortunately, farmers don't use that anymore. They used to for 6,000 years. They would plow the river water into the farm and everyone would be healthy. But then we decided we wanted to have electricity. For 6,000 years, we've had wood-burning stoves and campfires, and every morning we would come out and take the ashes and we would sprinkle them onto our gardens and our farms. Why? Because what wood ash is minerals. It's the minerals from the tree that is left behind, and we use that as natural fertilizer. But it's considered now obsolete after Thomas Edison had to go and ruin it for us in 1882 when he threw that switch in Brooklyn and electrified the world. And now it's considered dirty. It's dirty. You don't want to breathe that in because it'll give you the black lung, they say. Well, yeah, maybe if you were inhaling from the chimney for 40 years, perhaps. But most importantly, by not having the minerals, you are giving yourself disease. Let's move on. Okay, we traded health for convenience, unfortunately. So then we just will go to Tractor Supply and buy fertilizer, and that's what the farmers do today. Unfortunately, again, fertilizer at the Tractor Supply or your farm store only has 3 of the minerals. You need 60, 3 out of 60. That's not going to cut it. That's why, unfortunately, everyone today has some sort of dis-ease. It's unfortunate. And that's why, if you want to maintain excellent health, you're going to need to have all the minerals. You could buy the supplements, or you could do it the way we've been doing it for 6,000 years, the natural, healthy way. And again, guess what? It's free, like it's supposed to be. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you learned something. Thanks for watching. I'm not a doctor. This is not medical advice. I don't have a PhD or law degree, but I can read, and so can you. The information is out there. I'm bringing it to you. Pick it up, watch, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.
This is Autostream Jane, reminding you to spay and neuter your pet. Find us at facebook.com. Follow us on Twitter. Subscribe and join us next week.